Alright, we're gonna pick up Banner Saga where we left off last week. I did not stream yesterday. We were on a anniversary stuff, so I was not at home. So we're gonna go ahead and pick up our game where we left off. We left us off, let's see, profile 3. Looks like this is our most recent save. We were on day 19 apparently. So as I recall, we had split into two groups. We have the Ubin group with the prince, whose name escapes me at the moment. They are delivering the prince to safety. They were besieged by DREDGE at some point. And then we have the other group, which is full of people whose names I can't recall, but their village was attacked by DREDGE, and they are now fleeing refugees. Let's see where we are. So we are in, we are with Ubin's group, except Ubin's not here. Eirik, Ludin. Ludin is the prince. Yrsa is Ludin's red queen, red witch, whatever. Hakon, Mogr, Gunnulf, Bersi. So they're all here. I don't know where Ubin is. Ubin is like the historian or something. Alright, let's go ahead and resume. Leave. I just love the art here. It's fantastic. You overhear a conversation while marching alongside the warriors. I'm happy to stomp some slags as much as the next Varl, but I didn't join up to take orders from Hakon, says one. Apparently he doesn't realize you're within earshot. Not willing to die for him either. Well, you know, I don't really want to squelch people who have other opinions. Challenging him to a fight seems a bit too aggressive. I don't need to threaten him. Blindside him sounds terrible. I think he'll make his presence known but walk on. Kind of passive. Not sure Wagner would have been happy to hear that. You growl loudly. The Varl flinches as you walk past without looking in his direction. In the distance, you can hear his friend laughing at his misfortune. Alright. A small gathering of tents comes into view. A group of merchants from the look of it. You ask what they're doing here. We were camped out at the Godstone ahead, one tells you, leaving an offering to Dengler as one does. His expression turns. DREDGE started appearing out of nowhere. Some of us stayed. I thought the Godstone would be safe, but damned if I know why. We've been dodging them ever since we left. Let's see them off. We'll show them to clear and see them off. They thank you profusely. One stops as he passes. If you're passing by Dengler, do me a favor? My wife's brother stayed behind. You'll know him by a necklace with many rings on it. If you see him, say we are Streethley and Strand. You nod. After a short time, they continue on. Something tells me they're not going to be safe. Alright. We got 60 days of supply, so I'm not concerned about that at all. The caravan slows unexpectedly. Word travels down the line and then to Mogr, who tells you, DREDGE know we're coming. Probably saw us back at Redderfall and did their usual lurking. Could have been bad if we plotted into them, but we saw them first. DREDGE watch you, waiting to see what you do. When's the last time you commanded a few hundred, Hakon? Asks Mogr. Don't overthink it. The warriors can take care of themselves. When you come across more enemies than your party can handle, you'll engage in war. Give your army orders to fit the situation, but be prepared to get your own hands dirty too. By making battle easier for yourself, you'll end up with higher casualties. Or you can take the burden on yourself with a harder battle but save more lives. If you're ever desperately outnumbered, it may be best to run, avoiding battle completely. DREDGE line the battlefield, weapons drawn. A fight seems inevitable. You take a quick head count. There must be at least 489 of them. You have 185 fighters and 466 Varl at your side. So we outnumber them, but not by a whole lot. Alright, we want to... Formations. You start comparing weaknesses and strengths, taking into account terrain, morale, and the look of your enemy. If you're careful, you should be able to keep your forces balanced. Give the order. You start rallying your forces and gather your allies to you, preparing to enter the fray. Alright. So it looks like I can swap people in and out, and I feel like we need to start leveling up some of these people we don't use too much, right? Oh wait, it's just Yrsa. Yrsa is the one left behind. Everybody else is already in, right? Yeah. So we'll swap Hakan out for... No, well... How do I go back? This way. Giant axe. This dude's got a mace. Giant sword. We'll swap Yrsa out for Hakan right now. We'll kind of swap in and out. How do I... like this, and then like this. Dude's got a axe. Alright. I suppose we're ready for battle. Let's move this dude over just a little bit. Here. I'm kind of offsetting the humans, and you can scoot up just a little. There we go. I'm happy with that. Let's have this guy go this way. We don't really have two adjacent enemies, so it doesn't make sense to do that. So we'll go ahead and just attack. Scoop to here. We want to break this guy like ASAP, so let's just do that. Scoop this guy up. Not enough in range. Just this. Okay. Wish I could rotate the battlefield. Can I not? Apparently not. Go ahead, move them up, but okay. Scoop her up a little bit. Trap an area. Her traps are not that great, honestly. Damn. Oh, it's 80% chance of deflection, not of attack. That's just hard for me to remember this. Alright, attack this guy. Oops, wanted to do this shield. Well, you know. dude's gonna get his bell rung if I don't back him up. Which honestly does not particularly matter since we can just... Nope. Okay, we want to attack. Let's get this guy. Here. Attack him. Ouch. Alright, big guy's down. Dude's wounded. Oh, whoops, I did the wrong thing. We'll rally. Shit, our dudes are fairly wounded at this point. We're gonna have lots of wounded after this, for sure. We need to keep this dude, like, suppressed here. Alright. How did he get 2 hits? That ain't fair. Alright, this should be it. You take a moment to survey the battlefield. The enemy is being pushed back all the way down the line. You could take this opportunity to pull back and leave combat immediately. On the other hand, chasing down more dredge would rally your fighters and save a few lives. You won't have time to rest or change your party, but a chance to loot your enemies might even reveal items they took from previous victims. We need to pull back, because we are very wounded here. The dredge give you a wide berth and scatter into the distance. Alright, not bad. Hey, enemy crab! Let's pause, stop, rest, camp. Camp. That's the button I'm looking for. Camp! Let's get some level ups out of the way. Injured 3, 2, 1. Not too bad. Did Anybody get level ups? Oops. Promote. Alright. Looks like he was our only level. So we're gonna go ahead and rest here in camp a day or two. We got tons of supplies, so... How we doing? We'll do one more day. Alright, onward. Ludin has been sending scouts ahead, quicker and more nimble than your Varl. One rushes back just as you cross the hilltop out of breath. "Dredge, that direction," you overhear him tell Ludin. "About a day away. They found a village." You ask what they're doing. "Tearing the place apart," he says. "Maybe 1,000 of them, or more, looking for gods know what." This will be a bigger fight than usual. Ludin is uncharacteristically silent, waiting to see what you say. I would say draw some of them forward and split them. Yeah. You send a small group of shield bangers to get their attention. They do. Half a day later, many Dredge are giving chase up the hill in their plodding sort of way. You get ready to lay waste. Dredge line the battlefield. You take a quick count. There must be at least 494 of them. We still outnumber them, but again, just barely. So we want formations. Give the order. Alright. We learned lessons from last time. We're going to swap in... Oopsies. Let's close this. We're going to swap in Hacken for Bercy. Man, I don't like this at all. So our best people are... probably these two. Who should go this way? Can we, like, change... Nope. We apparently cannot change where we start here. Alright. Let's set this guy this way. Yeah. We don't have adjacent enemies here, so let's attack. Then we'll send this guy this way. Nope. You come up. Well, that was uncalled for. No, I don't want to hit our actual people with that, so let's just attack. Get in there, sir. We just need to attack, I think. This should kill him. Yep. I was able to land that without hitting our guys, which is kind of nice. Looks like we're not gonna have too much trouble with this one. Send this guy this way. We can probably kill a few more. I mean, we're pretty good standing here, so we'll kill a few more. You attack any dredge still brave enough to face you. I wish I hadn't lined up like that. That was uncalled for, but, you know. Oh, okay, well, sorry. We'll send this guy this way. Whoops, not what I wanted to do. Hope that didn't cost me. Honestly, this was probably a bad idea, but persevere, right? Gotta kind of 3, 4, 5. What if I can give myself a 6? Can I give myself a 6? No. Alright. We got a 4. We can kill this guy right now. Let's go ahead and do so. Oh man. Alright, I believe. Should not have believed. Okay. By hook or by crook we'll get through this, right? God, these are both at full. Well, you know. Okay, you need to kill him now. There we go. Alright. We're making do. We're making do. We got this. People will be injured, but you know. Alright, we did it. We got some levels. Now we don't have enough renown to level everybody up, I don't think. Well, we will get Gunolf though. He needs a level. Ludin needs a level. He kind of carried us that time. I guess we'll do Ogre too. Alright. 1 willpower per turn. Alright, we'll hold off on that right now. Oh wait, what we got? Let's see. 3 days, 2 days, 1 day. We'll go 2 days. I'm starting to get concerned about time. Like, I'm afraid I'm gonna miss something if I don't go fast enough. With the village still a day away, you're eating on the march. A Varl approaches. We had words earlier, said Chris. You recall him claiming that he didn't care for your command. You were right in what you did. Let me join your guard and fight at your side. Pride hangs on his posture and sincerity in his eyes. Let's give him a shot. Like, don't spit at a guy's face, right? You tell him to report to Moger. I don't sit in the back lines. Make a mistake and you'll get your head caved in. Nobody will lose sleep over it. He nods and goes to speak with Moger. You're close enough now to hear dredge rattling through the buildings below. Pull them out of the houses, Moger suggests. Slag can't resist an ambush. We'll have better luck in an open field. Take the fight to them. You send your shield baggers forward to get their attention. Before long, the dredge have gathered, ready for a fight. We still outnumber them, we're good. Formations, give the order. Oh, Hakon is still injured. So's Gunnels. Oh, Gris is now part of our lineup. That's cool. We'll take Gunnelf though. And we'll put Gris in, honestly. Let's give this to Hakon for now. Alright. That's Hakon. He's the injured one. Gris. Let's move her up a bit. Of course the injured dude goes first. Leave him alone. It's not fair. Do this guy and then add 1. 2, add 1. Let's get him in there. Probably just attack him and add 1. Hey, she got a kill. Alright. I think this time we're gonna pull back. Alright, no injuries, nobody got lost. I consider that a win. Bodies blanket the area as though the snow itself had turned black and red. You walk between clusters of survivors, taking account of your warriors. Hey cat, what's up? Eventually you cross paths with Mogr. This was a tough one, he says. Hope we don't face worse the further we go. But this could be a hint of things to come. You nod. Let's check out that village. The wounded are gathered and you head towards what is left of the village ahead. You wander through the small village, where there had been the cacophony of battle before. Now an eerie silence hangs over the place. Bodies of dredge and villagers now make a macabre path to houses that have been ripped apart as if by a tornado. Yrsa stops in her tracks. Hear that? She all but whispers. It sounds like crying. Soon you discover a trapdoor partially hidden by a carpet. Of course we're gonna open it. A woman's scream dies in her throat at the sight of Varl instead of Dredge. Men and women both are huddled together. A baby cries on her mother's shoulder. They are clearly awed to see so many warriors. What do we do now? They ask. Go to Strand, we'll send escorts with you. You gather a handful of warriors to send back with the frightened villagers. With a path already cleared behind you, they shouldn't find too much trouble along the way, but you'll miss their strength in battle. Eirik watches. I almost feel guilty about this, he says. I know Strand. Even if they make it in one piece, the locals will tear them apart. Not literally, of course, but... well, maybe literally. I might join them. Thin excuse to run home, Eirik. We need you here, or go if you wish. Let's say go if you wish, right? Like, we're not gonna force people to be with us. Then I will, he says. He throws out his pack and soon catches up to the refugees. It makes the most sense, right? We got some injures. Did anybody get a level up? Percy did. I forgot what this does. Exertion is the amount of willpower. Break. Strength is both damage and health, rather. We're gonna do... oops. This. We'll swap Bercy in for Gunnulf. Until, Gunnulf heals. We don't really have a ton of renown right now. One willpower per kill. Okay. Well, moving on. We should rest one day, though. Alright, now leave. You hear a shout echo on the wind, a standard Varl greeting. A caravan of Varl heading in your direction. Probably a few hundred in total. You meet them halfway. You must be with Wagner. Was. Wagner didn't make it. You're serious. It's getting grim out here, but didn't expect that. You're flying the Schlid banner. What's happening? Isn't Ulfar in charge there? I'm Fasselt. Ulfar is still in Schlid, in case he needs to be. He sent me to meet Wagner. Well, you. We've seen nothing happening in Schlid yet. What do you mean? No dredge. They never came through Schlid. They're all pouring out of Ridgehorn. We only just found out about it. One group went that way, we came here. Ridgehorn? The fort on the bay? That place has been abandoned for hundreds of years. Yeah, maybe that's why they're there. By all accounts, it looks like another damned invasion. Ludin forces his way into the conversation. Wait a godless minute. What did you do? Careful now. You be careful. What did you start? You think men don't remember history? The Long Banner hangs in Arborong. The Second Great War nearly screwed us all. What did you do this time? Who the Fane is this? Who the Fane is this? Should I say nobody? Take him and go to Grofheim, I'll meet you later. Shut your mouth, Ludin. I don't want to say shut your mouth, Ludin. We'll say nobody. No one to worry about, anyway. Ludin's head swivels in your direction, eyes wide. He seems uncertain whether to be insulted or threatened. What orders did Ulfar give you, Falsalt? I'm supposed to offer any support you need. I've got 330 Varl behind me, and Ulfar wants to know what's happening at Ridgehorn. What's your plan? We're going to Ridgehorn, you're coming? Yeah, we'll do that. I'll have my Varl fall in line. Yours to command, Hakon. Are you insane? He just said an army of dredge are pouring out of that fort. Go on to Grofheim then, Prince. Having your blood on my hands would be worse than doing nothing. This shuts Ludin up for a moment. You can see the battle raging in his head. He looks desperate for safety, but he didn't expect to flee like a coward. He expected you to come along. He glances at his men. We're already this far. If this is the Varl's doing, I'll know of it, and so will my father. This dude's annoying, guys. Besides, you need my help and my fighters. If I go, so do Yrsa and Bersi. Ludin's unexpected flip-flop catches you like a swift kick to the shins. Moger can't contain a chuckle. Ah! The prince has courage. Do whatever you like, Ludin. Paint me the villain, Hakon. What do I care? I'm sick of you being the only one to do as he pleases in this alliance. These are Varl lands. We're facing an army of dredge. How much experience do you have in these matters? True, mankind has never provoked them into a war. You're going for a third. Is taunting the dredge into genocide a game for your kind? Walk away. You curse and threaten pandemonium. The prince has chosen to be no responsibility of yours. If Ludin stays, so do Fassalt's warriors. They join the caravan. Alright, we got people, we're heading places. The hike approaching the Godstone is murder. You recall how most Godstones were built on hills overlooking other Godstones, so that travelers could follow them and find their way between cities. It does nothing to ease your pains. Dredge! Shouts Morger near the front of the caravan. Suddenly black rocks are whizzing past your head. What the hell is this? You shout. Moger shakes his head. A stone slams into the shield of a nearby Varl, exploding in a flash of light and razor-sharp fragments. Get behind the shield bangers! Shouts Moger as you approach for a fight. Whoa, shit. Their numbers keep going up. We still outnumber them, but it's basically neck and neck. Formations. Give the order. Alright. Let's keep Grissin. Yeah, we'll keep Grissin. Oh, they're a different dredge now. They look a bit weaker than usual. Well, this is probably fine. Yeah, this is probably fine. Okay, he just like one-shot that thing. Wait, hold up a sec. Hold up a sec. That worked out well. Hell yeah, we did. Can't hit anybody yet. Are just pelting us with rocks, and it's kind of annoying. Oops, meant to put some charge in the back. I didn't. Nope, he's already at full morale. Never mind. Kill a few more, right? I'm feeling risky. At least we got the bow lady out of there. Oh, I should have had him go this way. Okay. Can she reach with her? Nope, she can't. What about down here? Nope. Get this one off. Maybe a mistake? We'll see. 5. No. Oops, no, let's do this. Let's get this guy down for the count. Bring this guy up. So weak. I'm not an Yrsa fan, like at all. Not at all. Alright, we got everybody that way. Let's head this way. It's hard to navigate the battlefield when the Ivar are so huge. Alright. Yay. 16 renown, damn. What in the depths are these, you wonder? Looking at the unusual dredge slingers. Nobody knows. Without warning, a deranged and half-dead slag stumbles out of the brush, throwing itself upon the yaks attached to the treasure cart. Surprised, Varl pull weapons, but not before the whole cart slides off slick rock in a sheer drop, stopped suddenly by a low growl. The enormous metal wagon dangles precariously off a cliff. From the end swings a confused yaks, still tied to its reins. On top, the dredge hangs on tight. Keeping the whole thing from plummeting off the side is Gunnulf, one hand white-knuckling the cart, the other wrapped around a tree trunk. Try to help Gunnulf hold the cart back up? I mean, it's a treasure cart. You grab the cart and pull. You barely make any ground when the tree he's holding onto tears from the ground, dragging you with terrifying force toward the edge. Alright, let's let it go. With a roar that sounds more like you just stabbed him in the side than gave an order, Gunnulf lets go of the cart. It flips over the side in a flash, followed much later by a dull thud and crack. At the base of the steep cliff, hundreds of yards below, the treasure cart has exploded into a frozen firework of gold valuables and yaks and dredge gore. That was a costly mistake, grits Ubin between clenched teeth. You wonder why that dredge went after the Yaks in the first place. Then you realize the bigger problem is the vast fortune now lying at the bottom of the cliff. Try to recover what you can quickly. You gather ideas for hoisting the loot, all of them difficult and time-consuming. Eventually you settle on lowering a man by rope into the valley. He grabs a few valuables and covers up the rest, but not much else. You face the fact that you've got nowhere to put them and nothing to pull them with, even if you did recover them. A day later, you're back on the march without much to show for it. Well, you know. Let's camp a second. Heroes. We got some levels, though. That's something. Or A level, rather. God, that was expensive. We can level up Gris. Alright. Caravan stops, Godstone looming overhead for a short rest. The warriors are glad for it, and the stone gives you an ancient sense of being watched over in a comforting way. Didn't help the bodies underneath it, though. The earth at the base of the Godstone is scarred, like a struggle occurred. Merchants. No dredge. Encircling Dengler are a variety of goods, a barrel of mead, who knows how old, loose silver, a statue made of soapstone, offerings to a dead god. Check for the merchant's brother. In the midst of the pile of bodies, a glitter catches your eye. You fish a gold necklace out of a jerkin to find 5 golden rings strung on it. The merchant's brother. Guess he didn't make it, you mutter. We want to take the necklace with intent to return it. You toss the necklace to Moger and tell him to hang on to it. If anyone can be trusted, it's him. Don't know what made them think the Godstone be safe, Moger grunts. We're completely exposed up here, he says. If we're going to rest, I think we ought to do it a little further away. Dengler was always one of the favorites amongst men, god of good fortune. They believed he brought luck, wealth, or whatever else you wish you had, but couldn't get on your own. The word fortune has a lot of meanings. Eventually, you move on. In the distance, you see smoke rising from the trees. Dredge aren't known for setting fires, says Woger, but it does get their attention. We'd use fires like that to lead them along in the Great Wars. Yeah, but they wised up to that after a while, interjects another warrior. Or it could be someone trying to get our attention, claims Fesselt. The other group from Schlid said this way. No matter how you look at it, investigating will cost time. I think we should investigate it. Check it out yourself. The sounds of fighting ahead compel you to crash through the foliage, sidestepping Varl and Dredge bodies along the way. You burst onto a scene of carnage, a vast number of Varl surrounded by Dredge. Explanations can wait, you charge into the fight. Oh, we got Fasalt too. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna close my door really quick. Be right back just a second. Okay, so we want to keep people in to retain levels. Still not a fan of Yrsa, but we'll keep her in just because maybe she gets better. But she's got like her defense is terrible. We'll keep Mulger in. We'll keep Hacken in. Bear C for Fassalt. We'll keep Grisson. Okay. Oh, and we got this. Horse-score. Horse-score. Shoes made from the hooves of horseborn have long been rumored to make one faster, if not cold-hearted. We'll give this to Ludin. Ludin's kind of carrying us in the men department. We'll do this. Alright. Ready for battle. Oh god, I hate this. I hate when they have like the square you can't get inside. They're all in the center. More or less, that's fine, probably. What's your thing? Sundering impact. We'll go here. Alright. Now it's his turn. We'll come run up this way. Yeesh. Alright, get this guy up there. This is probably a bad idea, but we're gonna do this. Oh shit, I can't see. Here? Here. Oh, it's like a provoke of some sort. Holy shit. Just wasted that guy. That's not cool. Okay, we need to get this guy up to help with this crowd control here. Promotions. As the fighting wraps up, one of the Varl puts his axe away and puffs on a pipe. Hacken, he greets you. Glad you saw our signal. He explains that they had come from Schlid and were surrounded. He spotted you in the distance, lit a fire to draw your attention, at the risk of drawing the dredge as well. Back at the caravan, their sizable detachment joined your ranks. Alright, camp a sec. Let's get... We got some level ups. I mean, I'm always going at least 1 in strength, but my second point I kind of divvy up, depending on how I'm feeling. No real plan here. I don't think we have enough, can we? Nope, 20. Takes 20. We only have 10. 3 days to heal. Jesus Christ. We'll rest 1 day. And then if he doesn't heal up by the time we have something else happen on the road, we'll just swap him out for somebody else. Mogr comes to you privately. I've seen some of the warriors disappearing, he says. At first thought it was my imagination, now I'm certain several have just gone missing. Mostly men, but some Varl too. Can't quite figure it. If it's abandonment, you can't let it stand. Have Mogr question the ones who have returned. I couldn't get a straight answer out of them, he says, on return, and others deny it outright. I can't question the humans directly, but I'll be damned if Ludin doesn't have something to do with this. Let's speak with Ludin. I ordered it, says Ludin when you confront him. I sent my men to bring back gold from the cart you left behind. If you have a problem with your warriors joining them, maybe you should keep them under control. Pummel him in this stupid face. I mean, I kind of want to, but yeah. Insist he explained his actions. You left a pile of gold at the bottom of a hill, says Ludin. What are the chances it'll still be there months from now? The only reason we aren't each carrying a share is because you don't trust us. I said, I think we should demand him turn over the loot. No, he says unflinchingly. Mogr pulls you aside. He has no claim to the gold, but he takes no orders from us either. Like it or not, he's an equal. They'll repay us when this is over, and you'll look the better for it. Ludin folds his arms. Back down. You leave no doubt in Ludin's mind that another stunt like this won't end peacefully. He shrugs indifferently. Fuck Ludin, alright? Your warriors demand a break. You halt the caravan with a sigh, but in all honesty, you're starting to feel the altitude and weariness yourself. Mogr leans on a fallen tree, fiddling with a crust of bread. Getting colder, he says, staring into the distance. You can see Ridgehorn just starting to peek around the mountains. Oh, right here. A flock of ravens floats across the clear sky toward the fort. We should follow those birds. Why? Without another word, Mogr starts running towards the birds and tumbles over the cliff. Suddenly, he's gliding through the air, flapping his arms for all they're worth. He swoops toward Ridgehorn before bursting into flames and plummeting into the tower, which crumbles like a log from a smoldering campfire. Sorry, what now? Did we just have a hallucination? You think you've lost your mind. Then you wake up. You don't remember setting up camp or falling asleep in front of crackling logs. What's going on? You mutter. Mogr approaches you at the campfire. Hacken, did you see? He starts. Yeah. You both agree to keep it to yourselves. Oh, so that was like a dream. Still no renown. What are my injuries like again? I forget. I went there to look at the injuries and totally forgot. 2 days for hacking. We'll go ahead and take another rest. Alright, move on. This is like Oregon Trail and Vikings. I'm sure you've seen them, Woger says, but we're being followed. Dredge have been on our asses since we left the Godstone. Lots of them. I'm sure there's plenty in front of us too, but we're just half a day out from thick woods. We might lose them there. I think we should get ready for a fight, yeah? Like, I really don't want to outrun these guys. Okay, says Moger. I'll ready the warriors. Careful, Hakon. This isn't the time to start taking risks. Okay. Formations, give the order. Alright. Who's got the highest defense here? Hakon's still well injured. He's got -1 strength, but he's still... I'd say he's still a better bet than Gunnulf or Bercy. We'll keep these guys in. Maybe take Yrsa out, though. Sorry, Yrsa, nothing, no hard feelings. Alright. So we got 2 little ones over here and 2 big ones over here, plus the little one. No wonder Hakon keeps getting injured. He's always like in the front of everything. Right? You always say this, but you love this music? Yeah, it's so good. It is so good. Come on.
Hold the dogs!
Hakon's wounded again. Holy shit, that was a huge hit. might have some injuries after this one. This way. Let's get him to back the fuck up. Let's leave it to the big dudes. Keep him back here. He's super wounded right now. Alright. We're gonna pull back on this one. We're not gonna kill extras. Camp a sec. So let's see, what are we at in terms of 3 days, basically. 2, 3. Deep inside the woods, you get the distinct sense that dredge have more or less surrounded you and in great numbers. Their dark shapes create unsettling patterns as they slide between the trees in every direction. At least it's not as bad as it could have been if you hadn't taken out a good portion of them already, you think to yourself. You call Morger around. Any ideas? We're gonna wait them out, get the others ready for a fight. Any ideas? Yeah, pray to whatever god you like. There's more of them waiting on the other side of the woods than we've seen so far. We may be seriously outnumbered, especially if we wait. Yrsa appears unexpectedly. What if, she says, patting her arrows knowingly, you could set a part of the woods on fire to draw their attention while you escape, or try to draw them into a trap. Was this your idea, you ask? She shrugs innocently. Draw them into the woods and set them on fire. You create a line of shield bangers and unleash volleys of arrows in their direction, luring frustrated swaths of them into the trees. At your command, Yrsa flings flaming arrows into key locations. The trees erupt, and fire spreads quickly. Many fall immediately, but the Varl start to lose their nerve. Soon the caravan is in disarray, some fighting, others fleeing from the growing inferno. Yrsa has vanished. Ludin rushes past in a state of terror. You break from the trees, hoping to regroup. Alright, well, that was a tactical error. This sounds like a mistake. Where's Yrsa? Behind you, Varl are following your lead, though not as many as you had hoped. The dredge, distracted by the fire, have thankfully not yet noticed your escape. Isn't she with you? Did you make her do it? Where is she? I didn't make her do anything. It was her idea. Ludin stares into the flames, face blank. He's trying hard not to show what this means to him. A miserable moment lingers. We've got to get out of here, Hakon. We bought minutes, at the most. We don't know that she's gone anyway. Maybe she'll catch up to us. Mulger gathers the others. Someone drags Ludin along against his will, but you hear no outburst or insults. It's almost worse that way. Well, that probably could have gone better. God, the visuals are just fantastic, right? Like, I don't know. It just hits me in all the right ways. Looks like they've been attacked here. Imagine if this game existed in like 1994. Yeah. What is this mess about? Looks like a full-scale battle happened, and recently. But only dredge bodies remain. Maybe we'll see something from the tower. Have Varl search the buildings, and make sure there's no dredge waiting to spring on us. On it. And don't set up camp or make a fire. We'll take a look, and then get out of here before anything else goes wrong. You mean, more wrong. Fuck you, Ludin. Okay, we're all rested. So that's good. So we got tower, and that's basically it. Oh, it's a battle. Alright, well. I'm glad we didn't rely on Yrsa. She's no longer in our party. Let's put Mogre... Well, hold on. Who's got the highest defense here? Let's put Mogre ahead of Hacken. I feel like whoever leads off first ends up with with everything on them, right? And let's bump him up here. Alright. Bearsea. We'll sit this one out. We'll have Gunnulf in here. Whoops. Well, let's put him here. Over here, up here, over, here. Fucking slingers, right? Like a trap? Shatterstone. Explodes, causing 2 strength, 2 arm damage. Alright. Well, Just avoid that, I suppose. He's gonna hit it regardless, though. Oh, nope. Alright. Thread that needle. Oh, it's still hit. It's just like a delayed thing. It's not a on-hit thing. Well, shit, I can't, like, squeeze him in here. This is such a narrow battlefield. Well, fuck you in particular. Have I played a lot of tactics RPGs? No. I think in addition to this, I've played Fire Emblem, like one of those games, but it's not my use of my hobby. It probably shows, I'm sure. I have not played Final Fantasy Tactics, no. My husband has. Yeah, I hear good things about it. Like, I know they're like the gold standard behind tactics RPGs, but I haven't played it myself. Alright, let's start charging this way. Dude, you can't move. It's like nowhere for him to go. We should back this guy the fuck up, if possible. Not gonna matter. Oh, there we go. Get in there. Yes, I have heard good things. Jesus, this dude's tanky. Okay, there we go. Now we can get some final fucking damage in. There we go. How challenging would I say this game is? That's a hard question for me to answer because I just don't have I can't compare it to anything. I'm breezing through it, but I don't feel like I'm doing it properly. Like, I feel like it could be easier if I were actually good at the genre. I will say that I have played this game in the past. I beat 1, and I got halfway through 2, so this is a replay for me, technically. And I remember the final battle of 1, this one here, being incredibly difficult for me. So it's... the little battles are not difficult. It's the boss battles, or the end fight, that I remember being incredibly difficult for me. You lean on a crumpled wall, watching endless waves of dredge marching below. Satisfied, Hacken? Moger asks. The vast number of dredge reminds you of the Great Wars. I've seen enough, you reply. Let's get out of here. Moger stands over the bodies of the man and woman. Think the slag came up here for these two? Sorry. Moger stands over the bodies of the man and woman. Think the slag came up here for those two? Asks Moger, waving his bloodied weapon in their direction. Any idea who they are? The man is dressed in light clothes unfit for travel in the north. The woman wears an ornate but simple robe and shawl. No, but something wrong about this, says Moger. He pauses and puts an ear to the man's chest. This one's still alive, he says. The girl is not. The clang of metal reaches you from the courtyard below, muffled by the thick snow. You curse. Quick, back down. Bring the live one. You skip stairs as you descend, shouting orders to the Varl below. Formations, give the order. Yeah, see, I hate grinding. In any game, RPGs, I hate having to grind to progress. That's my least favorite thing to do. I get super bored doing it. We can promote Moger. Should we promote Moger? It takes basically all of our renown. Let's hold off on that. Nobody's injured, at least. Why are you back? Go forward. Scrunch up. Wish I could move right here, but I can't. Let's have him go back here. I don't want to block this guy. Injuries. Luckily I got some real heavy hitters. Injuries. We're gonna pull back. What's going on? I had one eye on the fight. Next time I look down, Dredge are swarming into the courtyard. Can't tell how many more are waiting out there. But it's a lot. If we're getting back across the bridge, it'll be a fight. Any options? Not really. Unless you want to wade into that valley, we're gonna have to leave this the same way we came in. Hacken, I think you should take a look at this. Nearby, the man had been bundled and laid near a short wall protected from the wind. I think this man is a mender. That raises more questions than it answers. What of it? The Spellweavers? And Ridgehorn? Why? Maybe they knew something about what's happening. If he's gonna tell us anything, we need to get out of here, alive. Let's go. Hold on, we've got a lot of tired and wounded Hacken. This is gonna be rough. Each day we wait, excuse me, each day we wait means more dredge, or another ambush, or we get snowed in. The heavy snow may act in our favor if we can get past the first line of dredge and lose the rest. What difference does it make? We're all going to die here. Look, it's your call, Hacken, but we can't cut and run on this one. There's one way out. If Var'll fall, if anyone falls fighting here, they'll be left behind. This sounds like one of those points where if somebody dies, they die for good. I don't like it, Hacken. That's all I'm going to say. I'm a terrible narrator enemy. All my voices sound the same, honestly. We're ready. What's our approach? My voice is, yeah, my one voice is awesome, but it's not very diverse, we'll just say that. Thank you, though. We'll fight defensively in this. A line of shield bangers, we might be able to force their way, excuse me. A line of shield bangers, we might be able to force their way over the narrow pass and put us in a much better position. Could be a safe option, but it depends on exactly how many are out there. For diversity, you'd have to have like multiple people, really. Yeah, I listened to a lot of audiobooks, and some of the audiobook narrators are better than others. Some audiobook narrators are like me, in that they do like one voice. And then other audiobook narrators, they can, I don't know how they do it, but they have like tons of voices at their disposal. It's crazy. Your shield bangers gather at the front of the group and push forward through bashing maces and exploding shrapnel. With few casualties, the caravan has crossed the land bridge. Now it just remains to fight your way out. As Mogr predicted, they surround you from every direction, and you start cracking heads as soon as the shields give way to the crush of enemies pushing past. Alright, we're ready for battle. Mogr and Gunnulf are both injured. We can swap Gunnulf out for Bearsea, but I'm reluctant to swap Mogr out. He'll have -3 strengths, but anybody we could swap in for him is just gonna... Alright, we'll do this. This'll be fine. We can, however, promote him. You mean they voice act from audiobooks? Some do. There's actually some really big names in audiobook narration that can do a variety of voices. I'm envious, honestly. Yeah, they are some crazy talented people. Alright, let's call that good. Oof, this dude looks tanky. I mean, that's as good as we're gonna get, right? Let's just wait in. Like, how do they know who is saying what every time? Yeah, I don't know. They usually have the book in front of them, though. Ooh. Well, he hit his own guy. That's not too bad. Let's go here. Let's get this guy. Fuck this dude in particular. 8, 9, 10. Alright, get this guy. What do you have at your disposal? Nothing really. These dudes are kind of cornered here, right? See if we can't lure him away. I want to get this guy out of here, but I don't know if I can. This dude's gonna go down. Hopefully they're not down for good, right? I think the only people that use magic are the menders, and we only just ran across our first mender. through story. That's that dude we just rescued from the tower. 7. We'll need 8. Leave. So we'll be getting our magic here. Not to spoil things. Alright. Ludin. Yrsa injured. Ogre injured. Not too bad. With the first wave of dredge out of the picture, you stop and take stock of the battlefield. Your warriors are doing as well as you could hope. Fortunately, there were enough of them to pull it off. Their dredge are furious, but falling quickly. You think you could safely outdistance them at this point. You're almost free of this nightmare. What do? Let's get out of here. You take stock of the survivors. It hurts to think of how many you lost to get this far, with nothing but an unconscious mender to show for it. You hope it was worth it. Oh, I can't stop right now. Oh, are we switching viewpoints back? Because we've got the other group over here somewhere. No, not yet. Hacken, join me a moment. There's something I thought you'd want to see. Is it a welcoming party from Grofheim bearing mead? That's about the only thing I want to see. No such luck. The mender for Bridgehorde woke up. He says his name is Ivan. Sounds like a mender name. How is he? Not well. Where are we? A day or two from Grofheim. We found you at the Tower of Bridgehorn. What were you doing there? Grofheim, no. No, that's the wrong way. Juno, where is she? Where's the woman who was with me? She didn't make it, my friend. We only brought the living with us. No, we have to go back. I don't think so. We barely made it out 2 weeks ago. Do you know why the dredge were crawling all over Bridgehorn? Dredge, we have to go back. It's a damn graveyard, boy. I'm sorry, Ivan. The girl was dead when we got there. I'm trying to, now that you've pointed it out, enemy crab. But it's hard when your voice cast is basically a bunch of guys, and half of them are very large men, or very large, Varl, who look like they would have very deep voices, and the other half are little weedy dudes that are either annoying or magic users. So it's very hard to differentiate. What we have to do is tell Yorinder what's happening and prepare for a bloody war. So if you... She is dead. I couldn't save her. Ivan suddenly looks spent. He slips to the ground and you motion for some Varl to help him onto the cart. Not what I had hoped to hear. Not sure what I was hoping. Come on, Ubin. The sooner we get to Grofheim, the better.
Dread grips me as we approach Grofheim. None of us expected to see a city unscathed.
And I certainly can't do that accent.
But what we find steals the very breath from my lungs.
I do too. I cannot do accents though. And I don't want to insult a whole group of people by trying. Oh, Grofheim's in flames. Look at that. Lest they not come home. You could do it, but you'd have to seriously research it first. Yeah, exactly. And I don't want to. It's not that I don't want to do that, but it seems like a lot of work for something I'd probably end up botching in the end anyway. All right, this is the other group of people. So this is the villagers that are kind of refugees from the village that was raised by Dredge. Rook is kind of the impromptu leader. Is this really necessary? Stuck outside the city walls, you've been fighting against the Dredge when you have to and moving between hiding spots when you can. So they fled to a city. The city closed its doors to all of the refugees because they can't support them inside. And that was where we left them. So I guess we're picking up the story there. If we do nothing, the people in there are going to die. You crouch near a building you know has survivors hiding inside. Dredge are making quick work of the walls. We can't keep throwing ourselves at any Dredge that wandered near these damn refugees. We're already here. We need more people, so this is the last time. Ivar growls but leads the charge, bowling over the nearest Dredge and taunting the rest. Come on, you stony bastards. Nothing else I'd rather be doing right now. Let's see. He's a bow user. Yeah, he's a bow user. Hogan. These dudes are axe guys. That's another bow user. And then your daughter is also a bow user. So we got a lot of bow people. And not a lot of big tanky dudes. Let's give this to Rook if we can. Nobody has levels. Let's just go. Axe guy, axe guy, axe guy, archer. Let's put this guy up here. We'll kind of triangle at this. Of course they always go for the archers first. Literally all the time. God, she went down in one hit. Like, what the fuck, right? What the actual fuck? Alright, you need to back the fuck up. You've fallen for my trap card. See if we can do that again. guys are so squishy. Ooh, we're having the 8 back there. How do we... Let's go up here. Okay. 3, 1. Let's keep doing that. Maybe. Until these guys are ready to go take that thing, let's just keep them busy. I want to do the bloody flail thing, can't I? Oh yeah, I can. I'm sorry, that's kind of satisfying, I'm just gonna say. Right here maybe? Here? We're gonna put it right here. Okay, but we need to, like, flee now. No, it's just attack. Whoa. Ooh, alright. Not enough willpower. Can we do it? Now can I do it? I can't now. Man, we're gonna have some injuries. Okay. Whoopsies. Oh good, dodge. Thank God. Alright, get him in there. We need a tank. Oh, okay, we did it. Injuries galore. Okay. The building has been wrecked, but the people inside are okay. They shower you with thanks and head to the rest house to join your caravan. A mother asks you desperately if you would come with her, where she remembers seeing her son when they were separated. Ivar huffs and stares you down. I mean, I don't really want to leave people behind, right? Show us where. You hurry to follow her. Sure enough, a boy has stranded himself on a rooftop. Dredge mill around below. As you approach, they spot you. Great, we're gonna have to fight while injured here. Oof, this is gonna be painful, I think. We'll see. We definitely want to promote him, because he's kind of doing the heavy lifting right now. Rook as well. And those are the only two we have. Everybody else is injured. Alright. That'll have to do, right? Oh wow, there's a lot of people here. This is Rook. Start whittling at defenses. I don't really want to provoke one of them. I'm hoping we can kill these guys fast enough before that group catches up. I don't know if it'll work like that, but that's how I envision it in my head. Okay, let's bring this guy around. Or she can only do one. Whoa. Okay. Jesus Christ. coming. Gotta go to work? Alright, we'll have a good day at work, enemy crab. It's good to see you around too. Take care. With tears in her eyes, the woman hugs her son and joins you on the way back to the rest house, along with several other people who are hiding here. In the distance, you think you hear shouts. From further up on the hill, a group of people saw you fighting the dredge and are calling to you. Nobody else seems to have noticed. Head in your direction, of course. Sorry, Ivar, you say, heading towards the shouts. His irritation is palpable. You find a group of people around a pile of rubble and a dead dredge. There's a man under there, they tell you, but they haven't been able to move the massive stones. All eyes turn toward the Varl. You can do this, Ivar. If you didn't know Ivar so well, you'd find him quite terrifying right now. He looks like he's about to lose it. Still, he bends and begins to hoist the crumbling wall on his shoulders. Grunting under the exertion, you hear a shriek behind you and you see approaching dredge. Good lord, are we going from fight to fight here? Okay. Oh, shoot, we're doing this without... alright, whatever. We're doing this without our tanky dude. Hopefully it's not too terrible. I mean, it's not terrible. Could be worse. want to attack this dude here. Oddleaf gets a kill. This dude's getting wrecked. Okay. Start picking at his defenses. Never die. I mean, get one shot, because that's just how he rolls. Uh-oh. This is gonna suck. We just got the slinger to go now. Dude needs to get out of there, like, now. Alright, we got it. Woo! We did it. Lots of injuries. Finally, the refugees are able to pull the body out of the rubble, and Ivar lets the heavy wall crash to the ground unceremoniously around him. The man has been long dead, and he looks on solemnly. For your trouble, an old woman tells you. She puts an odd gold medallion in your hand. Ivar turns and stomps towards the rest house. Anyone else need us to kill some dredge? He bellows as he goes, not waiting for you to follow. The refugees follow you on the way back. Thought there were a lot more of us than this. Surveying the rest house, you're struck by how many wounded and missing clansmen there are. Only going to be less over time. We can't keep fighting off dredge and hope they'll pass. We're not getting in that god's-forsaken city. I know that. The dredge have all been heading south. That's not an option either. Wormtoe's the only thing that makes sense. They won't follow us across the wastes. If there's really no other choice, why are you so insistent about Wormtoe? I know someone there who can help us, if we're lucky. Okay, get everyone up. We're gonna make a run for it. Within a short time, you're ready to leave. Alright, let's get some levels first. And that's it. Just those two. Everybody else is injured. Maybe some food? Alright, let's go. Outside the walls, things are a mess. Dredge are everywhere. Fortunately, they're going around the hill on which Frostfeller sits, heading south and showing little interest in following you into the wastes. Someone else shows interest, though. From the gates of Frostfeller, a group of fighters are rushing toward you, a cart stacked high with supplies at their rear. You ready yourselves for trouble when one of them shouts, "Hold!" "We spied you leaving," says the man in the lead. "Name's Onef. These men are loyal to me. We've got no intention of staying in Frostfeller," he tells you. "But we haven't had any choice before now. Don't care where you're going, we're coming with you." Whatever's happening inside the city, it's clear these men are desperate to get out. You're not sure you trust them, but a host of experienced fighters might be worth the risk. I mean, of course, we're going to bring them with us. We need people. "We're grateful," says Onef, "and we've got enough food to share." He and his fighters join your caravan as you dart into the wastes. You're finally free of Frostfeller, but finding yourself facing new problems. You hope that whoever Ivar knows at Wormtoe is willing to help. I'd stop to rest, but we don't really have a lot of supplies here. A scout returns with a nearly frozen child. "I almost stepped on her in the snow. Looks like she must have been running from something," he says. Patches of blue mottle her pale skin, but her chest rises and falls ever so slightly. "Even just carrying her along could kill her in a state like this," says a woman. "We could be in danger here," points out another. Stop the caravan for rest and tend to the girl. As the caravan's tents rise, a fire is built beside the girl who is covered in furs and ointments. Progress is slow, but you soon see the girl alive enough to swallow water and some heated broth. When you wake the next day, a healer tells you the girl should be fine in time. Okay. The caravan is buzzing with worry. In the distance, someone has spotted a large number of dark figures following you. "The Dredge!" cries one woman, but something about it tells you they don't quite look like Dredge. "Gods be damned," chokes Onef, standing on one of the carts to get a better view. "Worse than Dredge. That's Ekkel. That's the reason we left Frostfeller." The news spreads throughout the clansmen like wildfire. "Ekkel? Why would he—" starts Oddleaf. "Unless he's after you, Onef." "He's insane," interjects Onef. "And unpredictable. That's a good number of fighters with him." Your mind races, considering what to do. Try to work things out peacefully? Outpace him? Let's dig in for a fight. "Get ready," you shout, turning the wagons to form a wall. With weapons drawn, you wait. Eventually, you hear a shout on the wind. "Onef, my good friend, we come to parley!" He throws his weapon on the ground and approaches alone. "Why would I believe a word you say?" "Onef, we were good friends. What happened?" "Go back to Frostfeller. What more do you want?" "What a pretty girl. Is she yours? I'm glad nothing happened to her. With the Dredge, I mean." Oh god, look at his eye twitching. He doesn't look at all savory. My friends, how could I forget everything you've done for me? Took my live bait, took my warriors, took one of my best men. How are you, Onef? Do they treat you well? Shove it up your ass, Ekel. If you came out here to kill me, let's get it over with. Nothing like that. You must think you know me. Or people like me. What'd Onef tell you? I'm crazy? I haven't survived because I'm crazy. I did what had to be done to make it in Frostfeller. The only mistake I made was you. Sorry, what was your name? Seems like something I should know by now. Rook. What kind of man are you, Rook? You look like an average man to me. A man worried about his daughter, maybe. Just making his way. But then look behind you. How many people is that? They follow you. Fight for you. Why? What kind of man are you? The kind that does what needs to be done. Then we have something in common, but unlike me, they'll gladly follow you. Who do these people think you are? You saved them. You're a hero. Maybe that's more important than who you really are. What's your point, Ekel? I'm your prisoner, Rook. Bind my hands. Frostfeller is done. I can't survive there. Thanks to you, my good friends. You may not have cut my throat, but you sentenced us to death. I don't believe that's who you are. Is this some kind of apology? You can't trust me, I know that. Take me and my men as prisoners, if that's what it takes. Ekel looks down at the ground, and the words come slowly to him. I'm not above begging. Let them join you on strict terms? Take Ekel and his men as prisoners. Ask Onef his opinion. Let's ask an opinion. I'd be a hypocrite if I told you to leave them. I don't know, Rook. You don't know me. How could you trust my word any more than his? I'm behind whatever decision you make. Alright, let's take them as prisoners for now. Listen, Ekel, we'll keep you alive, but look at one man, woman, or child the wrong way, and every last one of you gets cut down on the spot. Do you understand? I may be reckless, but I pay my debts. These people are right to follow you, Rook. You're a good man. You have each man's hands bound tightly and their bodies checked for weapons, making sure no mistakes are made. Things are certainly starting to feel complicated. My days of supplies are making me concerned, not gonna lie. Vultures. A surprising number of people camped out at the Godstone. They've been here quite a while, ever since the sun stopped. Apparently, they think Radimir, the sun god, has come back, and they're worshipping him despite the bleak environment. They welcome the caravan, mingling and swapping stories with the others while you rest. They have almost nothing of value to trade, but their leader approaches and offers to let you join in their tribute. Let's ask what it involves. Golden Fury, one shot says, showing you a golden liquid in a silver bowl. He places some on his chest, which almost sounds like it's sizzling, and then explains through clenched teeth it's a gift from the sun god, an oil that burns like the sun and lets them see things clearly. We're gonna decline and inspect the Godstone before leaving. Nobody can really agree on what Radimir looks like, as fond as he was of his own isolation. He never directly contacted humanity. Most think he was a serpent that lived in the sun, and it's not uncommon to hear speak of seeing the tail of a great creature slipping through the thin clouds on a sunny day. Radimir was always one of the lucky gods, the kind who people thanked for good weather, healthy livestock, and a good harvest. Despite all that, the biggest mystery has always been how this godstone came to be found at the bottom of a dried-out lake. After some rest, you continue on. The sun god worshippers are keen to stay, so you pack up your things and return to the road. And our morale is weak. Several people have noticed black vultures circling above the caravan, taking advantage of the light snowfall. They pose no threat, but they have a visible impact on the mood of your clansmen. The next time you look back, Oddleaf is firing arrows into the air, which nearly tags a bird once or twice. "Get lost! No dead down here!" she shouts to nobody in particular. What are you doing? What does it look like, Rook? Target practice. She fires another arrow, and a vulture shudders and falls out of the sky with a blue feathered arrow protruding from it. She recovers the bird, laughing, inspecting its feathers. "You know," says Oddleaf, scanning the caravan, "a lot of these women, they could do this." You can tell from the look in her eyes she's excited about the idea. "I think I'm going to start training them how to fight," she says. I mean, encourage her, right? "We can always use more fighters," you tell Oddleaf. "If Alette is any proof, you know how to train someone with a bow." Oddleaf gives you a smile. She heads off to some of the women in the caravan, showing them the vultures she shot down. Our food is low. While walking, the words of a mother's song reach you. It's soothing, nuanced, and about your current journey. When she finishes, a man begins a tale of his own in verse. The woman quickly responds with another poem, and the entire caravan slows to listen to the entertaining competition. Join the crowd and cheer on the competitors. The man's response is an upbeat poem which questions the mother's cooking. The caravan explodes with laughter, and the contestants continue amicably for another hour or so. You hear snippets of the poems along the trail the rest of the day, the words changing slightly each time. Oh, we got some morale back at least. Oh good. Hopefully this means we can stop. Some clansmen have discovered a large patch of wild fruit. When you approach, you see some people have begun to sample them. A mother frets about whether they're safe after overhearing one of the children say they taste funny. Others start gathering it by the basketful. Let's offer some to one of the animals. Lacking a poison taster, you hold out the fruit to a goat. The beast sniffs it before eating the entire fruit. Only the pit falls to the ground as the goat licks its mouth and leans towards your hand, wanting more. Sure. Many clansmen follow your lead while others continue eating and collecting. Later that day, a few fruit-stained peasants stumble around with drunken grins. Apparently the fruit was fermented, not poisonous. Wormtoe.
Wormtoe was never the kind of place someone would build a town. Fittingly, the Var living here aren't known for welcoming visitors with open arms.
The Varl find you before you see them. Not surprising with this many people behind you. With weapons drawn, they demand to know why you're here, but back down when Ivar tells them he's come to see someone named Krumer. Well, I'll be damned. Krumer, it's been a long time. Yeah, it has. So what brings Ingvar to Wormtoe with his very own village of humans? Bad news. Dredge are coming down from the north. We barely made it this far. That is dire news. Come on, we have food. We'll discuss more in the meat house. As you follow the old Varl into their meager town, you catch him quietly saying, "If it were anyone else..." I've talked with the warriors here. I'll be honest with you. Half want to go north and find out what happened at Blotzbalker. Some think we should go to Grofheim instead. None of them are happier here. What do you think? If I had it my way, I'd stay here and let the dredge come. But you made this a problem, didn't you? We can't feed this many people for long, even if they don't eat much. This is a Varl town. Most of us take care of ourselves. You've got women, children. We could pitch in, make this place livable. It doesn't work like that. These Varl are here to get away from civilization, not make one. It's Krumer's call. It won't be long before Dredge are here too. No, it won't. If there's one thing we should do, it's tell Jorundur what's going on. Who's Jorundur? Varl King. Well, as close to one as we have. Ingvar, where'd you find these people? Stay here and rest, but once yours are ready to go, we do. I'm going to see off those who want to head north. But I'll join you to Grofheim. More travel? No, we've already come so far. Stop the pouting, girlie. Even if Jorundur won't listen to a tired old Varl like me, I have a feeling they'll pay attention to your friend Ingvar here. They'll listen to Ivar? Ha, he hasn't told you? Of course he hasn't. Do what you need to, but don't be long. Talk to people. Krumer, can you spare a moment? Mostly no, but I'll try. I never had a moment to thank you for your hospitality. Consider it done, then. How did you get all these Varl to follow you? Respect, young one. After the Second Great War, wasn't much for me left to do, so I started training other Varl to fight. Got tired of that, made a place in Wormtow. They still come calling, even with no wars to speak of. Seems like that might be changing though, don't it? So who is Ingvar? Ah, I'm not surprised he never told you. I'm just surprised he can stand being around anyone at all. Your friend was one of us long ago. I mean, the dredge-bashing type. He was called Ingvar then. And if you want to know why he changed his name, best ask him yourself. I'm too old to peddle and gossip. I bet you have some incredible stories. I might. Or I could be the most boring Varl you've ever met. Depends on how much you like killing dredge. Ask me again someday. Might tell you about the time we filled a dead yox with whale teeth. And why. Any wisdom on fighting dredge? Depends how much you know. They're all armor. Tap them hard enough, though, and it'll shatter. Line up a whole row of slag and they'll explode on each other, all the way down. You get in a big brawl, half your time is spent setting them up for it. And if you see one bang his axe like a tuning fork, try to kill him quick. Sometimes the slag he's calling won't even show up. Alright. Just take it easy for a while. People are noticing. Oh, they've noticed, have they? We're on the edge of dying daily, and you want me to take it easy? Gods, I should be plowing twice as many fields. You understand? Don't get us thrown out of this caravan, Mogan. It's not just you who suffers. Right, so you get married, have kids, now I'm supposed to settle down too, yeah? What happened to... The two brothers clam up as you approach. That's right, I've got a kid to take care of. Cool your head, Mogan. Hogan departs, leaving Mogan looking awkward. Rook, what brings you around? Just heard yelling, came to check it out. You come running every time you hear yelling? Must be why you look so tired. Look, it's not secret. I like women, Rook. They like me. They like the scar. Forget it. Listen to all this death. Every night half the caravan cries itself to sleep. Pathetic. Come on, Rook, be honest. This is good living. Half the world just tilling soil till they kill Ivar. What kind of life is that? We're lucky. You could go your whole life with no goals, no purpose, nothing to fight against but boredom and hunger. I'm glad for all of this. I'm not sure I agree. Look at it like this. We're fighting to the death almost every day, yeah? You can curl up in a little ball of fear. You can go hide in the woods eating nuts and appreciating leaves or some nonsense. Or you can enjoy the struggle. Know which one I pick. Anyway, just so you know, I'd never go for Alette. Promise you that. Or Oddleaf. All yours. Appreciated, Mogan. You depart, unsure whether your opinion of Mogan changed for the better or the worse. We still got some injuries, but let's go to the market. We need like all the food we can get, I think. I think that's probably it, yeah? Grofheim's quite a few days out, says Kruger. But nothing worse than crossing the wastes, I'd imagine. If there's anywhere you might be safe from Dredge, it's there. You steel yourself for another long march, and half the town of Wormtoad joins you. Alright. I think we're gonna call it there, guys. I think we've made good progress today. I feel like we're making progress in the story. I think this is a good stopping point as we pick up the story with this group and see how their trip to Grofheim fares. My morale is kind of low here. We've got some injured people. Our renown is pretty low, but we'll see. We'll see how far we get. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Tomorrow will be our Final Fantasy XI stream, tomorrow morning, and then Sunday morning as well. We'll pick up the Banner Saga next week, Thursday and Friday. Like usual, variety game streams. I should have the VODs up for both last time, the first episode of this, and then today's as well. I should have those VODs up by the weekend. Should. We'll see, but I should. Anyway, if I don't see you guys tomorrow, or if I don't see you guys this weekend, have a good week. I'll see you when I see you. And take care. Bye!